What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this is a different video, different commentary style video. You guys know normally I reserve my commentary for DSP, and occasionally will delve out into the other locales. And whenever something serious comes up, I pop on and give my thoughts. Also, apparently Keemstar doesn't like that your boy Duty's clipping his content and actually getting more views than he is. So just to keep peace, I'm gonna go ahead and provide commentary over there. So if Keemstar, if you're watching this, because apparently you're watching my content, here's some commentary for you. Okay, please stop threatening that you're gonna channel strike my channel. Okay, your boy Duty would greatly appreciate it. All right, folks. So if you guys watched last night, this disaster of a stream. That's right. This is just a disaster. I want to come out and first say that Boogie is just a deplorable human. He just is. He's a scumbag, complete utter scumbag. And I really held my tongue when it comes to Keemstar because I can understand Keemstar's angle. I can understand that Keemstar is a businessman and he's essentially milking the locales for money. Completely understand that. It's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. The problem is that now it's moved to a different stratosphere. This is no longer just, locale behavior. This is, I don't even know the word for it, but it's just beyond locale behavior. It's despicable. A man here who's lied over and over and over. Habitual liar about everything. Recently scammed his viewers with the crypto scam. I mean, that's bad enough. That enough to me, in my idea, should get him canceled. Should get him canceled from the show and the internet. But, okay, fine. But the mere fact that he lied about cancer, it's just, it's a bridge too far. It is. And anyone out there defending Boogie as a locale, and, well, he is a liar. Everyone knows that he's a bullshit artist. They should just accept it. No, I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry. As someone who's had family members who've passed away from cancer, I don't appreciate that nonsense. I don't. And as a person that has cancer that runs kind of in his family, thankfully it's not rampant. I have family members, and of course, I'm always concerned that one day I may get a call or get a script or get a test that shows that, yeah, someone I truly love has cancer. And to see this POS, this disgusting human, not disgusting because he's fat, just disgusting in his behavior, period, pisses me off. It enrages me. And if you guys follow my Twitter or anything, you guys saw that I went into Keem yesterday. I did. Because he's enabling this stuff. He could put an end to this. Last stream, when Boogie flat out lied and wasn't accountable, Keemstar continued this nonsense because he didn't want to fire him. He wanted to milk it some more. He wanted to milk the content. And Keem himself on the live stream actually said, yeah, he's going to milk the content. Fair enough. Whatever. You're a businessman. I understand what you're doing, Keem. And that's fine. But that doesn't negate my criticism of this nonsense. So I let him have it, and I essentially called his content fake drama, which a lot of this shit is. It's fake drama. And it's to engage people and to get people to watch. He had, 12,000 viewers last night watching this nonsense? Essentially a repeat of the previous week. Nothing new. Everyone knew he lied. The only difference here is that Boogie actually admitted to lying. He finally admitted to lying. So, of course, Keem wanted to continue this circus and said, well, I want to fire you, but. And the but is he's thinking about the money and the show. Fair enough. So then he does this whole 3-ring circus where he's allowing the fans to vote on whether Boogie should be fired or not. And overwhelmingly, the fans said fire Boogie. 63% of the vote said fire Boogie. And you would think that would be enough for Keem to say, okay, well, if 63% of the people that actually watch his content want him gone, then I should remove him. Does he remove him? Well, not right away, folks. Of course not. You gotta you gotta continue and milk this cow for another 2 hours at least and make sure that those donos continue to roll in. Anyway, that's my opening statement here. Let's watch a little bit of the content. I got some clips here that I want to show. And of course, your boy Duty will be providing his commentary around this just nonsense. This is just pure nonsense. It is. Because there should be no reason why Boogie's even showing his face on the stream anymore. He should have been gone last week, Keem. And you continually allowing him, you're essentially enabling him, Keem. You're being an enabler. You're no longer milking him for views or content or for money. You're being an enabler. So, let's keep going. Because that stream yesterday kind of outraged me and annoyed the shit out of me.
Screens here. Okay. Boogie!
Hi, Keem, how are you?
It's Judgment Day.
Yeah, I've done a lot of soul searching since the last episode. We've been making some changes here on the house,
Okay, I'm already annoyed. Hear the low tone, the I'm sorry, I'm regretful, I was crying all night. Look, I'm so upset with myself that I removed my entire background, which he did, and it looked like he just put a curtain up to kind of hide all of his content and behind the screen. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just the same song and dance with this Lolcow. It just is. And that's the main reason why I'm annoyed with him and just want him gone. Yeah, he's a train wreck. Yes, he's content for me. But at this point, I just want him gone. I don't want to see his stupid face anymore. I don't want to hear his mouth. I don't want him talking. I want him to just go away. Go away, get on disability, and wait it out until your child bride decides to leave you, and then you could do whatever you want after that. But I don't want to see you on the internet anymore, Phil. I mean, Boogie. I just don't. I want you fucking gone.
I've been trying to think of different ways that I could show everybody how fucking sorry I am. Because this is...
You know how you do that, Boogie? By stop lying. By stop claiming that you have cancer. That's how you can show. Stop being a POS. That's how you show true remorse and show that you're sorry. Is by not doing this crap. You sound like Phil. When Phil makes when he says something stupid, he comes back and eventually apologizes, but of course then says, I'm human, I'm going to make a mistake, and I'm going to continue to make mistakes. Okay, fine. You're going to continue to make these dumb mistakes? Why should I accept your apology?
This is not okay. Like I said last time, my dad died of lung cancer. My best friend, my childhood girlfriend, she died of breast cancer that turned into brain cancer.
Yeah, mind you guys, the girlfriend that when he talked about her on a podcast, he actually laughed. What he actually said was, oh yeah, she died of brain cancer, that sucks. And then the panelists actually said, oh, well, sorry to hear that, that's a shame. And he said, oh, I don't care, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one that died, I didn't have cancer. And he literally laughed. But you see how this manipulator does? He uses other people as shields. And what he decided to do was use his girlfriend that passed away of cancer to make it seem like, I would never joke about cancer. I'm a decent guy. No, Boogie. You lied about cancer. And in this show, in this clip, you actually see him lie about it. And the other thing, too, I want to do is, you guys know I have a bit of a medical background. And I want to talk about this diagnosis that Boogie claims that he has. I actually reached out to him and said, hey, Boogie, I know me and you have differences or whatever. You know that I have my backgrounds in the medical field. Do me a favor. There should be 3 specific diagnosis codes that you received for the polysemia, the diagnosis. You should get 3 codes. Those 3 codes, you give me those codes and I will vouch for you whether you have cancer or not. I will vouch for him, or basically says he's lying. Did he respond to me? Nope. He saw my message, didn't respond. So right there and then I knew he was lying. Because these are simply diagnosis codes. This isn't your medical history or anything. It's essentially just 3 diagnosis codes that are used for claim processing. There's 3 specific ones that are required. And if he would have given me those 3 codes, I would have known that he was telling the truth. But since he didn't, of course, we know he's lying.
It's not something to jump the gun with, which is what I did, and it was a very stupid thing for me to do.
Well, let's slow down. Why does your set look completely different? What's that about?
Well, I mailed you a little something, and the room just didn't look right. And to be honest with you, all this Boogie2988 shit, I just couldn't look at it. So I took everything down. Once we took the first thing down, the rest of it went, and we put it in storage because I just want to see it, man.
Chat, can you hear him? Your mic's a little low for me. I don't know. Chat, is he good?
Again, this is just another manipulation tool. Look at his screen. Look at the screen right here. Look at where Boogie's at. And look at what that brown, that looks essentially like a panel. It looks like a panel. It looks like a wood panel. Look how close that is to him. If you ever watch any of his videos, Boogie's background is at least 10 feet away. It's at least 10 feet away. From his back, the shelves with all his stuffed animals and toys, it's at least 10 feet away. Why is this panel right on top of him? He wants you to believe that this is the back wall where all of his content is. Yet again, Boogie, it just shows that you're just a lying piece of crap. You just are. You're trying to manipulate people into sympathy. Woe is me, I'm so upset that I lied that I got rid of all my toys in the background. Yes, I'm a 6-year-old child that his parents decided he was a bad kid, so we're going to take away all of his toys. That's what Boogie's doing here. And again, he's just being a bit of I will guarantee you $1 million the next video we see of Boogie, we're going to see all his shit back. We just are.
Sorry, I'm not talking like my normal entertainment self, so I'm probably a little quieter than usual. Apologize. Try to talk.
I think what's most important is, because you've told this story so many fucking times, I think what's most important is I shut up, right? I sit here dead silent and act like this is the YouTube video 2 years ago, and this time the facts, the truth. I think the audience deserves to know, kind of like what was really happening 2 years ago. What should that YouTube video look like?
I'll make it as short and sweet as I can. I have several doctors. We took my blood test. We found elevated red blood cell counts, and then we looked for other markers. We found those markers.
Okay, again, this is where my medical background comes into play here. Okay, so Boogie has stated on multiple occasions that he was on testosterone therapy, which typically happens if you have low T, which Boogie has. He's talked about it. It's documented. He has low T. So usually the treatment for that is testosterone. The side effects of the number one side effects of testosterone is a high CBC count. What's a CBC count? That's essentially your blood cell count. So your blood count. So when you take testosterone, your body produces more red blood cells. That's what happens. So the one side effect that you have to monitor for every 4 weeks when you take testosterone is you have to look at your CBC count, your total red blood count cells. Essentially, that's what it is. The CBC. It's a panel of about 3 or 4 different markers, and it all just looks at how high your red blood cell count is. And the reason is a higher red blood count means your heart pumps harder. Your blood becomes thicker. It becomes thicker, and it can cause problems it could cause heart problems, circulation problems. And being Boogie that's so obese and has heart issues to begin with, that was the thing they wanted to make sure. So when they did a test to see if he had a high CBC count, it came back as he had a high CBC count, which is normal, right? From there, he goes on and says, well, we're going to test for these abnormal hormones. Why would they test for abnormal hormones when you're getting testosterone therapy? It makes no sense. You know what they do when you have a high CBC count when you're on testosterone? They do 2 things. 1, they lower your dose. Or 2, they have you go donate blood. That's what they do. And if you ever listen to Boogie when he talks about he's doing this treatment called bloodletting. Bloodletting essentially is he's donating blood. He goes to the hospital every couple weeks. He donates probably half a pint of blood. And what that does is it lowers his CBC count. The less blood you have in your system, of course, that CBC is going to be lower. So you have more water, you have more plasma, you have more, you have other parts of the blood that are not actually the red blood count. That's how you treat a high CBC count when you're on testosterone. Trust me, I know this. I know this procedure. I know this therapy like the back of my hand, and that's what happened here, Boogie. So the mere fact that he's talking about that because he had a high CBC count, they decided to test for cancer. No, Boogie. Testosterone, the only cancer that testosterone has an impact, that it's clinically proven, the only clinically proven cancer that's associated with testosterone, with taking testosterone, is prostate cancer. That's another thing they do. When you're on testosterone therapy, they actually do what's called a PSC, which is essentially a prostate it's a prostate scan for cancer. They're checking to see if you have an enlarged prostate or if you have cancer cells within your prostate. It's called the PSC, I believe that's what it's called. And if you have, and it's a range, like the range is like between 3 and 6. If you're above that, then you may be, you may have prostate cancer or an enlarged prostate. So then they won't do the testosterone, and then they'll check you for prostate cancer. If your prostate is fine, then they go ahead and treat you with testosterone. The problem with testosterone is that if you have prostate cancer or prostate cancer cells or an enlarged prostate, what happens with testosterone is that it can increase the size of your prostate. It's essentially adding fuel to the fire. If you have prostate cancer cells, it accelerates the cancer growth in your prostate. That's why they don't like to give people with a high PSC count. They don't like to give them testosterone. They first treat for possible cancer, and then they may consider doing testosterone therapy. That's how it works, Boogie. Testosterone has nothing to do with blood, with blood cancers. None of that. There's no clinical evidence or proof out there that shows that testosterone therapy will give you any cancers. It just doesn't. The only thing it does is that it can aggravate your prostate condition if you have an enlarged prostate or you have prostate cancer. Those are the only things, Boogie. And that's probably the reason why you're getting this prostate exam. Because you may have had a high PSC count, and now you're going to get a prostate exam to see if you have cancer. To kind of prove, well, look at me. I may not have this blood cancer, but I have prostate cancer. Get the hell out of here, Boogie. This is a pure scam. And when Boogie started talking about this 2 years ago, I knew it was a scam because I was like, it makes no sense. Why are you getting testosterone therapy? And then all of a sudden they jump to blood cancer. That makes no clinical sense. The people that would do the testosterone therapy, that's a urologist. What does a urologist have to do with blood, with your blood cancer? Nothing. That's a what's it called? A hematologist. That's who handles blood cancers. A hematologist and handles blood, whatchamacallit. What are you talking about, Boogie? And again, it's just his story doesn't make up. His story does not just add up. When you break it down and you read the literature and you read his comments on his journey with cancer, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And that's why Destiny busted him, because Destiny has history of cancer and dealing with it. And that's why he knew his story didn't make any sense. All right, I'm going a little too long. My apologies, but again, I had a lot to say here. I'm going to move here to 3311. This is another clip here that kind of just annoyed me.
Cancer. You most likely have this cancer.
We have 11,000 people here.
That's another thing. I'm sorry, folks. Boogie saying that you may have cancer, and the doctors say, well, we're going to treat you as if you have cancer. No doctor in the world would ever treat you for cancer without a proper definitive diagnosis. Never. Even if you go to the doctors and you get a test for the first time and they say you have cancer, they will normally refer you to get a second opinion just to confirm, or they'll do a second test to confirm you have cancer before, or do a different test. They may do a PET scan or something to confirm. They'll do blood work and then a PET scan, and worst scenario, they may do a biopsy before they start treating for cancer, Boogie. I'm sorry. And this nonsense about treating you for cancer, The only known ways to treat for cancer are radiation therapy and chemotherapy. That's it, Boogie. That's it. Nothing else. And you're not kidding that. You know what you're doing, Boogie? You're draining your blood. You're bloodletting. Essentially, you're donating blood every so often to lower your CBC count. That's not treating cancer. That's treating a high red blood count cell, Boogie. That's treating the symptoms of the testosterone. And also on top of this, since you're so obese, your red blood count cell is going to be high anyway. It's going to be high because I'm pretty sure you don't drink enough water, don't get any exercise, and your blood is probably just sludge. So anyway, let's keep going.
And we're about to do a vote, and I need everyone that's here to vote. We're going to do a vote based on whether or not Boogie should be fired from Lolcow Live. Because I am, honest to God, not for entertainment, not for the stream, I am very, very, very conflicted. All right? I've lost loved ones that have died to cancer. I've lost friends. My friends have lost friends. My family members have lost family members. You in the audience know somebody that died of cancer. This is not something to play with. I cannot even think of a YouTuber that is known by millions of people and is as famous as you are. You may pull little views on YouTube. You might not be relevant, but you are fucking famous. You're known by millions and millions of people. I can't think of anyone with this type of, I don't know what the term is, notoriety or whatever, that has faked cancer. And I wish it was just that. Let me finish. I wish it was just that tagline, because then my decision would be easy. I'd be like, you're fucking gone. But we're dealing with someone who may have cancer, who wants to be a victim so bad, who went into this panic state. I know how you did this. And you instantly ran to the internet and said, oh my God, I fucking got this.
Again, that's Boogie. That's Boogie giving him an out. I mean, excuse me. That's Keem giving Boogie an out and excusing his poor behavior. Boogie has been known to be a drama queen all his life. The reason why he came out 2 years ago and said he has cancer was for two things: sympathy and money. That was it. Sympathy and money, folks. Nothing more. And Keem knows this, but Keem wants to sit here and draw out this drama. And again, I understand the game, Keem. I understand what you're doing, and I understand, you know, the money and the business side of it. But I'm sorry, Keem. This is despicable. There's certain things, for example, the PDF stuff, there should be no toleration of it. And this crap, lying about cancer and stuff like that, there should be no wiggle room around it. And you sitting here hemming and hawing and not knowing what to do, it's just crap, Keem. It's crap. I would respect you more, Keem, if you came out and said, no, I'm not going to fire him because he's making me a lot of money. At least then I can just say, all right, well, okay. And then I can move on from it and just not watch it and not support it. But the mere fact that you're playing this fucking circus here about, well, I don't know, let me ask the viewers. You know what the viewers are going to say. The last stream, the viewers came out about 60, 70, 65% or 70% of the people said fire him. And you didn't fire him. Why? Because you thought you can continually milk this.
So I do want to add that when I launched that video, I turned monetization off, and it's always been off. Like Mudohar pointed out, I did earn $120, but you can't turn off people who use YouTube Premium. So I still got $120. But that's atypical of a video that gets 100,000 views, right? 100,000 views normally would get you $1,000 for a lot of people. And obviously I didn't get that.
No, guys, we're about to... Go ahead.
Secondly, I raised money with that video. There was a fundraiser with that video, and it raised money.
Boogie, you didn't raise anything. Your viewers gave money. Your viewers donated, not you. You didn't give 1 cent because you didn't take that $100 and something that you made from the video and donate it. You didn't do that. You actually, again, you begged your viewers to donate to a charity. And God knows if you even gave that money to the charity. See, that's the thing here, Boogie and Keem. When you're dealing with a liar, with a pathological liar like Boogie, you can't trust anything he says. I had the same issue with Keem with Wings. When the whole PDF stuff about Wings came out, I always said, okay, if you believe Wings, Keem, face value, you believe Wings, at the very best, he is a pathological liar. Because remember when people were bringing up, oh, you said this, you said you got shot, you said this happened, and every single time someone brought up a point of him being despicable, Wings, he said, I lied about that. I lied about that. So at the very best, Wings is a pathological liar. At the very best, he's a PDF. So why would you work with any of those people? I'm sorry, Keem. I understand it's about money and whatever, but why would you work with someone that's a pathological liar? I can't work with a pathological liar because I'll never be able to believe them. I just can't. So why would you give them a platform? Why would you stake your name, your reputation on someone who's a pathological liar? And the same thing here with Boogie. Why would you stake your name and put it on someone like Boogie, who's known to be a pathological liar, and just lied about cancer? If he lies about cancer, what else would he lie about? That's the question, Keem, you need to answer yourself. Now, the results of the poll did come out, and apparently 65% of the viewers did say they want Boogie to leave. And, of course, you have Keem here hemming and hawing about, well, I don't know what to do, stuff like that. And essentially, he was forced to basically say Boogie was fired because the chat just went off on Keem and said, no, you got to let him go. If you don't let him go, we're unsubbing. That's what a lot of the comments said in Keem's chat. So Keem was forced. But did he just say, yep, no, you're done, Boogie, bye, you're out? No, he didn't do that. He actually was trying to find a way to give Boogie a redemption arc. That's despicable, Keem. Why would you want to give this piece of shit a redemption arc? Why? You've already given him a redemption by bringing him on Lolcow Live, giving him money. How much money have you given him out of your pocket to support him, to support his medical needs and all that? To buy Ozempic for him or whatever. You've already given him, Keem, tons of redemption opportunities. And every single time he threw it in your face and shows that he is irredeemable. So what do you need to him and haw about him? It's over, Keem. He's not worth it. And you need to cut bait. I'm sorry, you just need to cut your losses and move on. And if you don't, at this point, you're the problem. Keem is the problem. If Keem allows Boogie to come back on his stream in a week or 2 or in a month or 6 months, Keem is the problem. Not Boogie anymore, because we already know that Boogie will never change. But Keem is the problem. That's just my personal view. And again, I respect Keem. I respect the hustle. But there's just certain things that you don't play with. You don't play with people that do PDF shit, and you don't mess with pathological liars who lie about cancer.
All right, but I got to talk for a minute. I got to talk for a minute. So just let me kind of go here. On the stream before this, I did a poll, right? And I'm trying to remember the context of the poll, but it was like, should I fire Boogie if he doesn't come clean? Like, that was basically what the poll was last time. And you all said I should fire him if he doesn't come clean, and we got him to come clean, so he wasn't fired.
No, Keem, he did not come clean. That stream, he continued to lie. It was this stream where he finally admitted that, yes, he lied. So, I'm not sure. Again, Keem, I know you're trying to do your best to give him wiggle room and give him an out, but it's over with, Boogie. A wink, Keem. It's over with. You need to move on. And this hemming and hawing by you and saying, well, we need to do a redemption. No, I'm sorry. If you do a redemption arc, Keem, you're the fucking problem. You become the Lolcow.
Now, since that stream, I've seen in this chat tonight, I've seen it on fucking Reddit, I've seen it on Twitter, where people said, why are you having a hard time to decide? We already did a poll, and you already agreed to fire him. No. So stop manipulating.
No, Keem, that's correct. You're manipulating. He didn't come clean on the stream, that last stream. Just because he finally came clean this stream doesn't negate that he lied in the previous thing. So you're wrong, Keem.
And also, with this poll that we're about to do, this is not the deciding factor. This is just going to help me.
So what's the point, Keem? What's the point? Why are you asking when you already know that the vast 2/3 of the viewership doesn't want him on anymore? What's the point of continually asking polls? You know what the point is? The point is to see if he can massage people into changing their vote. And if it becomes like a 51-49, then he can say, well, it's half and half. We'll let Boogie stay. That's what you're doing here, Keem.
Make my decision. So I want to know where the audience is at. Do we kick Boogie the fuck out of here? Is he kicked off the show, or is he staying on? I'm doing the poll right now.
Way too far with this. It was a stupid snap decision. And
why didn't you say, you know, I understand that you're having the mental illness thing and you're freaking out and you're rushing to the internet and you're making this fucking video and then you find out, oh, maybe it's not cancer. Why?
Again, Keem, you're justifying his behavior and you're trying to give him an out. He lied about cancer. I'm sorry. And the reason why he lied about cancer is because he wanted sympathy and he wanted a paycheck.
Why didn't you just make an update and be like, guys, I may not have cancer? Why didn't you do that? You knew you were going to get backlash, but at least you weren't living with this fucking I don't know shit.
no one will ever believe what I'm about to say, and it's a bad thing to say, but I'll be honest. I was living with the entire belief that I 100% had this cancer. I have always been a doomsayer. I have always been a catastrophizer, and in my mind, I'm like, this is exactly how it is. This is exactly how it is.
The sad thing is, I believe you because you fucking want to be a victim. You want to be the world is out to get you. The sad thing is, I actually believe that. I actually do believe that, but it wasn't the fucking truth.
Yeah, it's sadly very true. I mean, and again, like you said, I still believe that. Even right now, talking to you, I still believe that's the case because that's what my doctors are telling me. We have to treat this like it is the cancer because it most likely is. And
No. Treating that cancer would have probably required radiation therapy, maybe a bone marrow transplant, or chemotherapy. That's treating cancer, Boogie, not getting you to drain your blood, to donate blood every once a month to lower your CBC count. That is not treating cancer. That's treating a high red blood count. Again, Boogie, you're lying. It makes no sense. The minute that I see your hair falling out, that's when I will believe that you're getting treated for cancer, Boogie. And even that, I probably won't even believe it. You'd probably have to show me. You'd probably have to do a video of you in the place getting the chemo done with the needle on your arm. A doctor's there, and I would need that just to even remotely believe what you're saying is true. All right, so let's jump here to 49. Again, I'm jumping around here because this is just utter nonsense.
Should be one of the punishments if you ever want to come back on this fucking show again. Not a fucking single drop of fucking Mountain Dew or Diet Mountain Dew should ever touch your fucking lips again. It should never touch your lips again.
that's already a choice I already made.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, see, this is what I don't...
Look at what I'm drinking tonight. I brought in 2 waters so that I would... Look, I'm doing it. That's something I've already done.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I feel like if anyone on the internet ever catches you with a fucking another Mountain Dew, like, you're not getting back. You're not...
Okay, again, like I stated, what's the point, Keem, of having these polls if you're going to negate them? You're talking about a redemption arc. You throughout this video, Keem continuously talks about a redemption arc, even after the fact he told him he was fired. Even after the fact, he kept talking about a redemption arc. What's the fuck? Don't fire him. Give him a leave. If that's what you want to do, Keem, give him a leave of absence. Tell him you're gone for 6 months, and then when you come back, whatever. This is just a big circus, and the ringleader here is Keem. And if you want to blame someone, sorry, I don't think you should blame Boogie anymore. Blame Keem. Blame Keem, because he's allowing this nonsense to continue. He has the power to get rid of him, to be done with it. Did you see his body language right there? He looked so frustrated because he couldn't even believe the fact that Boogie was drinking water and now Mountain Dew. Why in the hell? That's like dating someone that's a pathological liar that you can't trust, that cheats on you continuously. Why would you date that person? It's the same thing here, Hakeem. Why are you dating Boogie? Get rid of his ass. Find another chick. Find someone else to replace him. You can. The internet is filled with Lolcows. You don't need him. And all this is doing, Keem, is tarnishing your behavior, your excuse me, it's tarnishing your reputation, not Boogie's. Boogie has no reputation. This is harming your reputation. But I guess the money is more important than your reputation. And if that's the case, cool. Be honest about it. Be upfront. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this stupid. If you want to watch it, watch it. It's so it's so dumb. It's so dumb, and it's just a repeat of the nonsense from last week. I expect Boogie to be back in a couple weeks. I expect him to be back in a couple weeks. They're gonna bring him on, and they're gonna be like, "Oh well, well, we're bringing him on just for this," and he stays on, and then it's just nonsense. It's just utter nonsense. The only lovely part here is when Destiny came on. And apparently Boogie, of course, with his being a manipulator yet again, just shows you can't trust this guy. It just shows that you should not give Boogie any rope. You shouldn't allow him to redeem himself, nothing. What does he do? Again, he's caught lying. He is caught lying here. And instead of fessing up or debating why he's not lying, he turns to this. Now, okay, spoiler, I'm going to say be careful. If anyone out there struggling with mental health and they're struggling with like self-harm, and you may want to cut this off. May want to turn away. I don't want anyone to get triggered or get upset over this. But again, this is Boogie yet being a manipulative a-hole and using a mental condition to try to garner sympathy. And this is probably the worst.
Spend money on a drink that you apparently don't like just to hurt yourself. Cutting is way cheaper, right? One razor blade will last you a lifetime.
I used to cut. I don't like it. And you're encouraging people to cut? Go fuck yourself.
Okay, he's talking about here how he used to cut. So let's recap. He was molested. He was rap E. You got the word. I don't want to use it because I don't want to get demonetized. He was abused by multiple people. He had fake cancer. He was a cutter. He's obese. He's a narcissist. He has split personality. Just constant excuses with this guy. And all of a sudden, new lore for Boogie is that he's a cutter. So of course, what does he do? Let's watch this disgusting thing that he does.
What are we talking about right now? I can't take anything, but I drink aspartame soft drinks.
You're encouraging people to cut their fucking arms. Last I fucking heard, the guy who laughed at fucking Donald Trump's assassination attempt is telling people to cut their fucking arms. Go fuck yourself.
I'm just saying that it would be a lot cheaper than
how I can fucking make tons of views and I can fucking
imagine.
All right, I moved it because Boogie did something and I didn't want to show that piece. But right here coming up, you'll see exactly what he did.
After Googling,
do not do anything with that knife.
All right, as you can see there, what did Boogie did? He went and he got a knife. And what did he want to do? He wanted to manipulate and basically say, "I'm going to do it." And Keemstar, of course, saw that it got serious because, of course, not because he was concerned about Boogie. He was concerned about the stream getting demonetized. Probably that's what it is. So, of course, Boogie's sitting here just threatening everyone. And to Destiny and Keem's credit, they both said, stop, don't do anything stupid, stop. And it got so bad that Keem actually had to cut him off. And I don't want to show it, folks, because I know that there are people that struggle with that. And I'm here to talk about Boogie and Keem. I'm not here to kind of trigger anyone. So here's Keem here at the end. He cut them off.
No. Fucking no. No. God, what the fuck?
Okay, I will answer for you that, Keem. You're allowing this, Keem. You're allowing this. I'm sorry, you are. You're responsible for all this crap. You allow Boogie to come on your screen knowing that he is capable of doing this type of crap. And because you want the views and the money and the content, this is the kind of crap you have to deal with, Keem. So again, Keem, why deal with it? Cut your losses and move on. Cut your losses and move on. And you know what? If you're getting too much crap because of this, move on from this channel. Do something different. But again, Keem, don't bring Boogie back. He doesn't deserve, for multiple reasons, Boogie doesn't deserve to ever be back. But this nonsense right here with the cancer and then him trying to manipulate you guys again with him trying to cut should be enough for you to say, I'm done. I'm done. And if you bring him back, Keem, that's your reputation, brother. You keep bringing him on and keep hurting your reputation, but whatever. You probably just don't give a fuck. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. By the way, there was another clip here with Destiny that I'm actually circulating around. Apparently, Destiny admitted to committing insurance fraud on this stream. So you might see a video about that coming up soon. Anyway, peace out.